Hey everybody, it's Andy Barrar, Handy Andy from handyandymedia.com, and today I'll be doing a review for Best Buy's blog on this product right here. It's from Cync, which is part of GE Lighting, and we're looking at their Direct Connect smart bulb. This, my friends, is a smart light bulb. And in this review, we'll look at the design of this bulb, we'll talk about the setup process, and then my experiences using it. And if you should get this and retrofit all of your lights with this one right here. So without further ado, sit back, relax, get your popcorn ready, folks, and cue the intro. Now, just by looking at this bulb, you would have a hard time knowing that it is smart because it looks exactly, almost identical to an incandescent light bulb. It has the same end on it, so it's very much easy to take your old light bulb out and to put this one in. Now, I have been using smart light bulbs since about 2017. I retrofitted my house, believe it or not, way back then. And I can tell you, compared to the light bulbs that I have right now, this one is incredibly small and light. In fact, it pretty much just looks identical in terms of its size and weight to an incandescent light bulb. But boy, is there a lot of technology inside here. In fact, when you compare it to an incandescent 60-watt light bulb, this uses 85% less energy and it lasts 15 times longer. In fact, I think you could probably get maybe like 20 years before you have to replace this bulb. Like, that is just absolutely remarkable. And I really do like the fact that it has that same shape and form factor as your typical light bulb. And the reason why, and this is, I learned the hard way when I retrofitted my house with bulbs in 2017, is that some light fixtures are made for incandescent light bulbs. So if you get one that is bigger, even though it fits on the end, if it's bigger, it might not fit inside that fixture. And I learned that the hard way because there was this like cover that wouldn't go on because the light bulb was too big. So with this one, if you have light fixtures and it's in a small enclosure, you don't have to worry. If it can fit an incandescent light bulb, it's going to be able to fit this one. Now let's talk a little bit about the setup. It all basically happens inside the Cync app, which is available for both Android and iOS. Inside the app, basically, once you screw this, it's funny, huh? How many people does it take to screw a light bulb? 1.5. Basically, one person and one smartphone. That's what you're going to need. So basically, when you screw this in, you go into the Cync app and then you just follow the instructions to get it up and running. It will detect the light bulb. The only thing is you got to be within 40 feet of this light bulb when you're doing that install. So just plug it in, open up your phone, open up the Cync app, and then follow the instructions. Over there, you're going to be able to name this light bulb. You're going to be able to designate what room it's in. And also, if you have other Cync products, you could put it as part of a group. So if you have multiple light bulbs, you can set it up as a group so you can turn them on and off all together at the same time. Now, of course, this is a smart light bulb, so you have the RGB color spectrum, millions and millions of colors to choose from. So if you're having game night or a movie night, you can switch the lights to give that ambiance. For most people, you're going to just use it as a typical light bulb because you're replacing your existing incandescent light bulbs. And what's great about this is that you have what's called tunable white lights. What is that? Great question, you ask. Tunable white lights is basically you can change the color temperature of the white lights. You ever notice when you go into a hospital, it's got that really like bright light? A lot of people don't like that artificial light. But what's great about this is in the event that you needed a really bright white light, you can get that with that tunable light. But say it's the evening time, you're trying to wind down, get your body ready to go to sleep. You could actually switch inside the app through the tunable white lights to something like sunset or my personal favorite, candlelight. And it has that nice orange glow that, when you see the sunset and that color temperature of the sun, you can replicate that inside your home with that. And that function inside the app is one of my favorite features, to be able to change it. Because as great as RGB is, as great it is to change to red, to blue, and purple, which is my favorite RGB color, most people are just going to need it to use it as a light. If you put this in your kitchen, you're not going to be cooking with the blue light, you're going to want a white light, and you can change that inside there. Another great thing about the setup process of when you do this is it will ask you if you want to integrate it with your voice assistants, and that could be with your Amazon Alexa or your Google Home speakers. You're going to be able to do that. I love the fact that it's at the end of the installation, because in the past, you would have to open up those smart assistants apps and do it separately after you installed in the app. But this is all supporting that new Matter protocol. That's that smart home type of protocol that they've made to make everything work together. So even if you have different brands, they're all adhering to this standard now to make smart home installation much, much easier. And thankfully, this is one of the first products that I've tested that has that Matter protocol. And boy, it's so easy. It's like changing a light bulb, folks. But again, you're going to need to do it all inside the app. Now let's talk a little bit about my experiences using the Cync light bulb. As I said, I've been using smart lights since 2017. And compared to the light bulbs that I have that were back then, that are bigger and heavier, this one is considerably brighter. In fact, it has 800 lumens. This one light bulb can literally light up a whole room. But, at this price point, this is very, very affordable. Especially, I was paying like $50 a pop for light bulbs back in 2017. This one, I believe, is under $20. So you could actually now retrofit your home slowly. Say you want to start with your kitchen, maybe your living room, maybe your game room, you got a man cave or what have you. You can slowly start to switch it. And like I said, you can then start creating groups and turn everything off via voice. But the fact that it is bright and you can change all the colors, there's just a lot to like with this light bulb. That said, folks, there are rooms for improvement, and I do believe they can do it without actually having to change this light bulb altogether. It can all be done, I believe. I'm not an app developer, but I believe you can do this all with just a future upgrade of the Cync app. And what I really, 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 really want to see is a circadian feature. Basically, I want this light bulb to replicate the sun, not just like in the summertime, but in the wintertime. Whenever the sun rises, I want this light bulb to have that same color temperature as the sun. And as the sun then goes across, the color temperature of the sun changes, and I want this to change. So when you hit sunset, when it gets the evening time and you're trying to wind down and go to sleep, the color temperature starts to change orange. And I want this to happen all automatically. Because it's connected to Wi-Fi, connected to your home, it should know what time of day it is, and the light should reflect the exact color temperature of the sun. The benefit of that is if you have the windows closed, the blinds closed, you're still going to have that natural sun inside your home. And this is very important because our bodies function on their circadian cycle. And if you can get a circadian smart light, just think about it. You would naturally fall asleep in the morning, and of course you would naturally wake up when you have the replication, is that even a word? The replication of the sun inside your home. So if you can make that circadian feature, this is going to be one of the best smart bulbs on the market. The fact that it is tiny, that it's light, that it's the freaking same dimensions as a typical light, it will go and retrofit into any fixture. There's a lot of just put the circadian function and you have one happy handy Andy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this review of the Cync Direct Connect Smart Bulb. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave your comments below. If you want more information about your boy, you can reach me on my website, handyandymedia.com. I also, of course, have a YouTube channel. I do a lot of DIY, how-to content, a lot of gardening content. Food prices have been up, so I've been growing a lot of food. So if you like that kind of content, or you need a handyman in your life, I'm here for you. Once again, it's Andy Barrar, Handy Andy for Best Buy's Blog, signing out. See you again next time.